Lo Yi is the filmmaker, Fabrizio is the composer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you
welcome,
very much.
Welcome, and well done. Who would like to tell me a little about the film, what the film is actually about? Is that can you do that, Lo Yi?
Yes.
Thank you.
And Chairman Buddha is a featured documentary about 30 years after Mao Zedong's death. Chinese, a lot of Chinese began to worship him as a Buddha.
Which is quite extraordinary, really, but there's obviously a story to this.
It is quite shocking to myself too, because when Mao's alive, he basically destroyed all these superstitions. But today, Chinese, or many Chinese, put him into a temple, or rebuilt statues and put back to the city squares.
And can you tell me a little about you? And what I mean is, how you became a filmmaker. What's your background?
My background is musician, like I'm a violinist.
Okay.
So.
So you could have composed the music for this, couldn't you?
No. So I'm heavily rely on my real composer.
Yeah, okay.
And I play violin at a symphony orchestra for almost 11 years.
Yes.
Then because my talent music is very limited, so my interest began to shift to filmmaking. No, it's screenwriting.
And how did that happen? There must have been something that happened to pique your interest.
Yeah, in fact, during my university time, and I'm most spending my time in Beijing Film Academy, and I watched as much film as I can during the 5 years in the college, and to be honest, I feel very sorry. I only went to 2 concerts.
Oh.
5 years.
Hang on a minute. So you're studying music and you only went to 2 concerts?
Yes. So my heart is not there. But you know, what I studied at the college is music college,
Musicology?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So I do not like that theory that much. It's mostly, you know, all the Russian systems. And,
right. So if you like Tchaikovsky, it's fine. But anything other than that, you're in trouble, yeah?
Yeah, you cannot really see that much.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I feel I cannot be honest when to see what I think or how I feel. You know, I want looking into another direction. During that time, Film Academy is more open and have much more freedom. So I like that. So I escaped.
Right, you escaped. Okay. So you became a musician anyway, but
yes.
your heart was with film. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, and then how did this translate to becoming a filmmaker? Because there's obviously a little bit of history here.
Yeah. In 2000, I left China. So, you know, for a different reason. But the one main reason is I do not really like being told what to write, what to not write. So.
And where do you live now?
I live in New York.
Right. So you moved to the US and you stayed in the US. Is that correct?
Yeah. I come from Beijing and then to.
Right.
So I want to. Looking for more opportunity to be free to write at first time. So, but years after I moved to New York, I did try very hard to write in English, but it did not work.
It's a hard language.
Yes, it's really hard. So everything I write, I have to find my husband to proofread it. And I think this is not a good way to start something will have future. So I was forced to to learn the filmmaking. I went to New York Film Academy.
Wow, right, okay.
I spent a year, mostly I focused on the technical aspect, like camera, recording, editing, and this. All this thing is basic, but it's very, very helpful for me.
Yes.
Which I have very little knowledge, you know. So then when I started, so I just shipped myself or forced myself to be a director. You know, I have to produce a film, you know, since everything is so limited.
Yes.
So I did as much as I can, including editing and, you know, still, you know, all this technical thing is very limited. But this is all I have, so I just struggled for it. This year's made the film and another feature film.
So you've done this and another film?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
so
another feature, yeah.
Okay, so not a documentary, an actual a feature film.
Yeah, in fact, I started from a feature film, but the documentary I finished earlier.
This got in the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this story, now, I mean, I know I've seen this, and it's a really great film. You couldn't have made this in China, I guess.
No, I can't.
No way.
Yeah, no way.
Okay, and this story behind this, what I didn't realise about Chairman Mao, that he was denigrated. He was put on a pedestal as a Buddha.
Yes.
I didn't know this. I had no idea. And how long have you known about this? Have you known about this forever, or is it something new to you?
You know, I have to say I have deep trouble with my feature film.
Right.
So after the production, I have a lot of. It's a long story, so I save it for future if I have time to talk about that. So that forced me to look into something new.
Right.
To work on or to find a new way, fight a new way to survive or to continue on this path, filmmaking path. So I one day I check on internet. I see, oh, people are worshiping Mao, and they are all dressed up.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yes.
It really is incredible.
They butcher the pig and you know, they kneel on the floor on the ground and build a temple. All this. I could not believe this.
And the paradox is that Chairman Mao would not approve of this, would he?
Yes, he
so
destroyed everything.
It's bizarre.
It is bizarre. So I began to suddenly, it gave me really gave me something to focus on or to shift the old project to this project. Then more time I spent on it, much more. I'm getting more excited. So at the same time, I asking around, to the Western or Americans around me or French, So I said, oh, do you know Mao? And they said, oh yeah, we do. Well, we know, and he's a dictator, and every Chinese hates him, right? So I said, it's not all right.
I can't imagine everyone hating him.
Yeah, I said a lot of Chinese love him.
Mm.
It's not just love him, also worship him. So nobody believed him. So how come, So that gave me some energy, new energy. I decided to, I'm going to do something, a documentary about that. But at the same time, I almost hesitated for 2 years. Should I do this or not?
Well, the big problem I can see immediately is, and I kind of guess what I'm going to say, which is you're trying to make a documentary about someone that ruled China, and you need it to be from a Chinese perspective. So, but if you're not living in China and you can't go to China, how did you manage to make it?
I'm still a Chinese citizen.
So you can go back there freely?
Yes.
This is for the benefit of the viewers, I know that you've managed to, but how did, what I'm trying to get is, you had no problem going back, or did you have any problems?
I have not yet.
Right, okay.
But I don't know what will happen after that.
Well, just don't go back to China.
So you see, I lived in the United States for many years,
yes.
But I still keep my Chinese citizen.
Of course, yeah.
So it's the main purpose. I would like go back to China freely to continue film something. I'm interested. But if I have an American passport, everywhere I go, I have more difficulty.
With an American passport?
Yes, if I go to a small town and with an American passport, and I only have to live to a hotel with for foreigners. But for me, I am Chinese, and I could live anywhere I want.
Yes, in China we're talking.
Yeah, so
of course. Oh, I understand. That's why you would keep it. Yeah, it's less hassle, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So I keep. The first to make a documentary about Chinese leader, particularly for Mao, and everybody need a permit. For Mao, we need special permit.
Right, and how did you achieve that, or didn't you achieve it?
No, I gave up.
I guess you might.
So I know I will never pursue that, and I will never have that. And I know that if a foreign company want to make a documentary about Mao, and they want to have apply for a permit, it's just a joke.
Not a chance.
They will never get. And for me, and I never want to try, and I know it's But at that time, I told myself, I'm not going to harming anybody, and I'm just bringing the camera and the recording to China to record what's happening there. It's everything I saw is from it's from my eyes, from my heart, from my brain. So this is my I think that gave me some the encourage. So I'm not come here to harm you. So I'm come here just do something for the truth.
So from a certain point of view, did you film this, we would say, illicitly?
What's that?
It means not entirely legally, or not. That's the wrong word. Did you film this in a way that they may have frowned upon, the authorities? Does that make sense? Or you weren't really given the authority to make this by the Chinese government, were you? That's what I'm getting at here.
You mean I'm not to let them know?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, I guess.
Okay.
Because you didn't apply for it because you knew you wouldn't get it.
No.
So you filmed it anyway.
Yeah. So the first difficulty is I could not find a Chinese cameraman.
No, I bet.
Nobody wants to.
No, I bet. No one wanted that.
Nobody say,
They say, what's it about? You told you went, no.
No, then it's not they refuse to come. They also give me advice, you should not do it.
Yes, I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, so I end up looking around for an American DP in New York. And so I choose one. He's Puerto Rican, Spanish Puerto Rican. And the first time we met, he said, you got the right one. And my friend called me Chino. Chino is like it's Spanish. In Spanish is Chinese.
Right.
He said that people call him Chinese, so I think that's a good sign. It's good. The next important thing is his name is Siddharth.
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 Right, Siddharth.
Siddharth is the name of the Buddha.
Right. Okay.
Indian Buddha. So I think I got.
This is a good sign.
It's a good sign.
Right. Okay.
So I immediately choose to work with him.
And are you happy with what you managed to get? Is this the film that you dreamed of making?
There's many things missing, and it's first is we have very tight budget, and I was planned to go to many other areas, but I could not, and so. The shooting is difficult because we cannot, put the boom like this.
You're kind of not meant to be filming, are you? Really?
Yes. At first we have tripod, and we even have a small jib, and we end up leave all this in the hotel, send back from shooting location. So the cameraman carry his. Backpack with all the equipment, and I'm doing recording, then dealing with all this traveling thing and dealing with the people on set. And at first we have an assistant, but later he was not available, and just two, cameraman and me. We travel on the tractor, the bus on the countryside, and the train, and yes, basically we just looks like a tourist.
Does the end result justify the pain you went through?
Yeah, in fact, we use a C300.
Good, right, okay, very good.
But we are there not to put the monitor on it.
Oh, yeah, okay. So it becomes a bit obvious then, doesn't it?
Yes, without that, and the camera looks smaller.
Yeah.
But the big problem is we cannot recording the sound at the same time.
Oh.
So we cannot sync. So I only use a zoom. The zoom is small and it's less visible. And so during the time we shoot, my cameraman kept telling me, you will never get this film done, finished, because we cannot sync. We filmed 3 months. How can you put the image?
You were there for 3 months in China?
Twice.
Oh.
And 2 trips to China. So, and I said...
You should have shot it on your iPhone. No, I'm deadly serious, because I've seen films now that are made on iPhones and they're so good, and of course it would have been inconspicuous.
I know that, and but I just want something
a bit more professional. Yeah, of course. And you won't get the same look.
That's right. So that's my trouble, with sound, everything, and sometimes. In fact, when not just a few days after we arrived in the shooting location, I believe we were checked by policemen at the hotel.
You were?
Yeah, and that time is for some reason police situation is very tight, and the foreigner suddenly has to live in the hotel with .2. In that small...
Oh dear, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, it was a small hotel. And since my cameraman has to live in the hotel, that hotel, so I have to live there. So first question I've been asked at the front desk is he a TV reporter? No. I said, oh no. And my cameraman, he has a lot of experience shooting overseas. So he never tell anybody. Even he go to another country, he only tell them I'm just theater tech, who is dealing with all these lights.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he only see that, but still the hotel clerk need put all his passport information into their system. So when this put in the system, the information into computer suddenly died on the line. TV report. Oh. So that time I was not there. So the lady just run upstairs, knock on my door, almost crying. She said, "Please, please, please tell me, is he a TV reporter?"
Because this sounds like trouble.
Yes. So at the time, it's the environment is very, very tight. That's during the time the Chinese 18th party convents. So it's on the time they are shifting the one government to another.
Yeah, it's like transitional.
Transition, yeah. It's very tight. So but I said, oh no, who said that? I did not see that. And then she said, but you come down to see, it's just stop there, TV reports. We have to report him to the public security
to the authority.
Bureau.
Yeah.
Then I said, please don't do that. Then she said, in fact, we already reported.
Oh God.
Then I don't know what to do. So I told my cameraman Siddharth, please put everything in your backpack, and we just leave the hotel for a while to see what will happen. So he put his big luggage on his bed, and then make a mark on his zipper. Then he took a picture. So when we come back, he told me, "No, my bag is checked."
They've moved.
Yes, because the paper is moved.
Yeah.
And suddenly my hair is standing up, and I said, I even do not know what to say, so I just so scared. And I said, it's already midnight, 11:30. I said, Siddharth, I'm hungry. Can we go out eat? I even dare not to talk in the hotel room.
Did you have any other trouble? Was that kind of it?
What's that?
Did you have any more trouble? Was that it? Did you have any more incidents?
Oh no. So in fact, when we coming back, we see a line of policemen standing outside the hotel.
Walk past.
Yeah. So since they did not see too many things, and I hide my hard drive, everything, you know, in my room. So I think they mostly checked his room.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. So then, you know, when we shoot, and then, you know, we got some good footage, right? So then my good headache is also his good headache. He said, "Loyi, how can you bring this footage out?" And I said, "I don't know." Then he said, "Maybe you could use a high-speed internet thing." And
to upload it?
Yeah, and but there's no way to do this in China.
No, because it's all
then
locked down.
He said, "Okay, we have American shipping company, like PHOL or some." He said we could give them hard drive, then shipped. So we filmed 1 month. We give, you know, we shipped, you know, a week. We shipped to back to New York. Then I said it's a good idea. So we walked to a shipping company, and it's hosted by, you know, by Chinese, and they said every hard drive you send to overseas, we have to check. You have to make a detailed list of what exactly there, and we have to check to see if they match. Oh, I just don't know what to do. So we just while we're shooting, my heart is pounding. So how can I do? You know, when it's finished, and then they take everything away. So so first thing is Siddharth set up a very, very long password on my hard drive. Then since every day I transfer everything to a hard drive, you know, I memorized this difficult long password. So one day he see me transfer the, you know, typing all these things without even look at it. He said, "Loyi, how dare you remember the password?" I said, "What's wrong with that?" He said, "You remember that, then you would be questioned. They would say, 'Tell me the password,' then you would tell them."
Yeah, because they would get it out. If you didn't know it, they can't tell it.
Yeah. Then I said, "Okay." Then I tried to forget about that.
Too late, it's in your head.
Yeah, so it's in my head for a long, long time. Then finally, the time is you know, approaching for us to finish, you know, the first shooting, and then he, you know, then we have to sit down, really talk what's happening, you know, how to bring it out. So he said, "Loyi, I tell you one dirty method." I said, "What's that?" "Put all this important thing together with your underwear, soccer.
I'm not sure I want to hear this.
Yeah, he says that's a way you probably were able to
just put it amongst all that. And
is
that what you did?
And I said, "Okay, your soccer, right, looks dirtier, heavy, and solid, and please give some to me."
I don't want to hear anymore. I really don't. I get it. And that's how you got the hard drive out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we dare not to put anything in the check-in luggage.
No chance.
Yeah. So everything just in his
suitcase.
Suitcase, and one is my suitcase. So I leave earlier, 3 hours earlier than his flight. So when I reached past the customer checkpoint, so I sent him a message. I'm waiting for my flight taking off. So when he got back to New York, he sent back his copy. So this is.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, well done. Sounds a bit like guerrilla warfare, but well done. So, Fabrizio, just moving on to you quickly. Loyi knows music. So first of all, how did you meet? And did she tell you what she thought should be in the film?
No, I didn't know she was a musician at first. She told me later.
Did you say?
She didn't want me to.
So she didn't say anything like, "I really like Chopin or Debussy, and I want that kind of thing." You had no. Did you give any direction or not?
I found some sample music.
Right. Okay.
So I think it's easier for me to communicate with him. but I intend to hide my background.
So you didn't know then?
I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until later stage.
Right,
I
okay.
told him.
Yeah.
And then you went, shit.
And that was good actually, because otherwise it would have put a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's why
Yeah.
you've done it, yeah. And how did you two meet? The music's great, and how did that happen?
At that time, I have a couple candidates. Mostly they are Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be easier for me to communicate with Chinese or locally in New York. But this time, I think I want to make this film different. And I don't want everything to follow the same
Pattern.
Yeah, and I want to see if we could break something and have something new, different. And so I choose him, and I listened some of his piece made by computer. And you know, according to my ears, I could not tell that's played by computer, created by computer. It
Right.
sounds very real. It's that's violin and
Percussion.
percussion.
But they were
and
done on a
threshold.
synthesizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't
Synthesizer.
created
Music
on...
libraries.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
very good.
And how did you... So I'm assuming that you're a composer for hire, that your music is available for people to listen to samples. Is that how it works?
Well, I mean, for this project, everything was created with music libraries. So
Sorry, what I mean is, how did she come across you? That's what I'm trying to get at. How did she find you?
well, she said she listened to some of my music samples that I have on my website. I had
Right, exactly.
created
So
already.
you went to his website and you thought, oh, that's
Yes.
quite interesting.
Yes.
Right,
So
okay.
I think, oh, that piece is pretty good. So I feel confident, you know, when we have very tight budget, we could create music as good as like real, and through the computer.
No, it's very good. Very, very good.
But I do kind of gambling.
Gambling?
He's far down in Mexico.
So did you say gambling?
Yeah.
As in gambling? Money gambling?
Yes.
Oh, right, you like gambling?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, my DP said I'm a crazy woman, so I think I probably like gambling.
You like gambling, okay.
Yeah, see, I put aside 2 Chinese composers, and I choose a Mexican.
Yeah, okay.
So it's gambling, right?
It's gambling. Oh, I see. Not literally gambling. You took a
Exactly.
gamble, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you mean you're feeding a slot machine or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, that's
In homes, temples, and squares, people worship Mao Zedong as a Buddha in today's China. Nobody knows when and where it began. However, some people believe it started in the early 1990s after a tragic accident involving 8 cars in Guangzhou, a city in South China. 7 drivers were badly injured in this accident. Only a taxi driver remained unscathed. People found a Mao Zedong icon hanging from his rearview mirror. Soon, Mao Zedong's image as a Buddha began to circulate among the Chinese.
主席已经成佛了，都是救苦救难显他的灵力，那都是裸穿的字了，裸穿的面，撒穿的面里都是字。
毛泽东就是办掉一切就为啥子？他是有历史性。他现在呢，他捐了庙，那你捐了庙人不敬了，那放哪去？
有的反对啊，俺跟毛去开关，派出所、公安局都不叫我，不叫我更顶住叫怕了，叫不开了。
这是一个赈灾之神，赈灾之他，把毛主席神化，把毛主席神化。
26号，去年26号，我说毛主席啊，我说你明年呢一定要送个女婿给我，只要我女儿结婚，我说我一定要跪拜在你的像前。
Long, long live Chairman Mao. Dear Chairman Mao, my name is Lin Hui. Please bless my son so that he may enroll in an ideal university next year. Bless.
我们就看出那个同乡用真诚的心，1点15分，他的手表放亮，然后他的头上戴着一个皇冠。哎呦，我们都在那儿啊，庄严的不得了，没有谁敢说话，就在拜呀，拜呀，就在那儿拜，拼命的拜。
Reporting live from New China News Agency, here we go. I'm your broadcaster today, and here's everything that y'all need to know. You see, the Chinese Academy of Sciences cloned Mao to match himself in his 50s, and as a result of things are starting to change prolifically and quite swiftly. You see, President Barack Obama decided to pause all the drama like a